It's the most wonderful time of the year as Saratoga opens up, and Doubling Down is going to give you a pick three for July 15th in under 10 minutes. Let's get right to it. What's up, everybody? Colin Sheehan here on Trust the Profits YouTube page. This is Doubling Down. We have been doing daily doubles for about 9 to 10 months. We've started to stretch it out a little bit with a pick three. We've gone 2 out of 3, 2 times. We did hit one pick three for a nice price. So this is our fourth shot, and we are primed up for the opening of Saratoga, my favorite racetrack, my local track. I am in Massachusetts, close to Boston. So Saratoga, with Suffolk Down closing, is the track that I have gone to with my father every year since I was about 15 years old. And it is through those trips up to the spa with my father that have really ingrained this wonderful sport into who I am and why I have continued on not only loving the sport, but now starting to do these shows. And I thank you all for your support. I'm sure you all have very similar stories. I'll be up at Saratoga for Whitney weekend. Please drop in the comments if you're going to be there. Let's hook up. Love to meet the wonderful fans that we have out there and share a wonderful time at the track and maybe some fun afterwards as well. But today we are looking at July 15th at Saratoga. I decided to take a look at races 6, 7, and 8. I thought in these 3 races, putting together a pick 3 provides a nice opportunity, especially because I am fading most of the favorites. So if we can get this home with the nice big fields and the prices, let's get a nice pick 3. So we start off on race 6. We're going 1 mile on the inner turf. We have a field of 12 with an also entered. I've handicapped this for the turf. So if the races come off the dirt, I haven't had time to handicap it that way as well. Hopefully they don't, but if they do, you can fast forward and I'll catch you next time on the show if they take this off. The 3 horses that I've decided to go with are the 3, the 6, and the 9. And we'll just start with the 3 as we go in numerical order. I don't think that there's much speed in this race. This horse, Kosuke, is how I'm going to pronounce it, trained by James Bond, only has 2 races under the belt. Broke its maiden at Aqueduct on April 15th, came back May 29th, going a mile and a 16th on the turf in an allowance race and showed some early speed. Finished 3rd in a race where the winner came back to win. What I really love and what I know Matt DeSantis has talked about as well as horses that are earlier in their career showing increasing speed figures. This horse put up a 76, then an 86. An 86 certainly puts this horse in the mix. And I think at 8-1 with a horse that's going to be forwardly placed in a race that I don't know that there's a ton of speed, has a great shot. So at 8-1, I'm including the 3 on my ticket. We'll move on to number 6, Sal's Dream Girl, trained by Danny Gargan with Louis Saez aboard. Gargan's hitting at 28%, 3rd off a layoff, and I went back through the past performances. You see the 2 races where Saez was aboard, a 2nd place and a 1st place. That 1st place was on the synthetic at Gulfstream Park, but what I love is the consistency I see from Sal's Dream Girl. Just always giving you an honest effort. In 12 lifetime races, has 2 victories, 3 seconds, and 2 thirds. And the speed figures put this horse right in the mix as well. One last thing I love about this horse is when you look at the stretch and the finish, consistently passing horses late. In almost every race, this horse is doing some sort of passing of other horses late. So the distance won't be a problem. Going a mile, where this horse has tried 3 times, has a victory in 2 seconds. You could be a little concerned that the 2 races on the synthetic, a 1st and a 2nd, cloud those results. But I'm hoping Sal's Dream Girl at 6-1 with Louis Saez back aboard will get home. Also, good thing to notice, this horse has taken a lot of top jockeys. Carmouche, Rosario, Saez twice, Pratt, Trevor McCarthy. Certainly some attention being paid to Sal's Dream Girl. Number 9 Snowy Evening, 9-2, trained by David Donk. If you toss out the races that were on the dirt, this race is being run on the turf, hopefully. Horse did not take to the dirt at all. I like how they're consistently stuck with this horse, starting him off at maiden special weight 75,000, moving him up to 88,000. Dropped him a little bit at Aqueduct to 70, but have kept him in that 70 to 75,000 maiden special weight. Finally breaks his maiden at 7 furlongs June 3rd at Belmont. Comes back in an allowance and runs a respectable second place. In fact, Sal's Dream Girl finished third in that race. I think this horse is getting better with distance. And another horse that I have identified as one that likes to pass horses late. So we're taking the 3-6-9 in race 6 on Saturday, July 15th. We'll move on to race number 7, the middle leg. And I'm going to single in this race here. You have a field of 7. There's 2 Wesley Awards, the number 1 and the number 2. Playlist is coming from Ellis Park with a big race last out, an allowance 127K, putting up a 98 Brisnet speed figure. Assigned a Brisnet speed figure of 98, I should say, for some of the viewers who are out there that are sticklers for that. I'm fading a little bit of that Ellis Park form, at least at this point. The 2 is only raced on the dirt, an interesting move. Moving over to the turf for Wesley Ward. I think the 3 might be better on the dirt. So where am I going with my single? We're going to go with number 5, Lady Milagro. And the reason I've at least originally landed on this horse was you're only going 5.5 furlongs. And this to me was the speed of the speed. I didn't see much other competition early. And as you've watched my show before, I love horses that have shown early speed, faded late at a longer distance, and are now cutting back. So this horse had been running a lot on the dirt and had been improving, but showed early speed both on the dirt and on the turf. So number 5, Lady Milagro, tries the turf going 6 furlongs April 16th and gets a victory. Then tries the turf again at Belmont 6 furlongs, gets a 3rd place, but was the early speed in that race. Hopefully cutting back to 5.5 furlongs, that early speed holds. One concern you had, if you follow since the layoff in December, really increasing speed figures right up through March and April. And then you've had some declining speed figures since then. Hopefully the form turns back around. I'm going to try and get by here with number 5, Lady Milagro, as my single. And one reason I wanted to single in this leg is because the next leg, to me, was extremely competitive and extremely difficult to land on just 1 horse or 2 horses or 3 horses. So I ended up going 5 deep in this leg. I think it's a wide open race. You have 3 first-time starters, starting with number 1, who I did not put on my ticket, but I did start with the number 2, Shotgun Patsy. This is a Bill Mott horse who gets Junior Alvarado aboard. Obviously, those two, when those two hook up, someone connections to certainly be connected or be concerned about. This horse was a $110,000 Keeneland sale, sired by Gunrunner. First out, finished 5th, 14 lengths behind on July 2nd at Belmont. So maybe not jumping off the page at you there. However, what jumped off to the page for me was the workouts. And just some workouts that were really flattering, including a June 6th bullet, first out of 23 runners that day, running 4 furlongs in 48 seconds and a little bit of change. June 30th also had a bullet up there at Saratoga at 10-1. I'll take a shot on those connections and those works that I see on the paper. Number 5, Bonadou. This horse was actually going back and forth with Matt DeSantis in our chat. We had been, if you watch Capping the Card, we're very similar, and we do our own handicapping and then we compare notes. And he is the one that had me keep this 5 on my ticket because he pointed out the fact that this horse is running on off tracks in 3 out of 4 races. So hopefully this horse getting a fast track will turn around. When he did have a fast track, finished a respectable 2nd in a key race in which 2 of the horses came back from 1st and 3rd place to come back to win again. Bonadou ran on June 16th at Belmont, and in that same race, there was a horse by the name of Mim, who's your number 11 in here, and that was the horse that I launched in the stretch run, who I was very impressed with. Mim was coming late on that race. That race was being run at 6 furlongs. This one's going 7 furlongs. I liked the gallop out I saw on Mim, who was the number 8 that day. If you go back and watch those past that race, I think you have two similar horses here in the number 10 and the number 11. The number 10 ran at a mile on June 25th at Belmont, so he's cutting back 7 furlongs. But you have Mim, who ran 6 furlongs in the mud, stretching out. Sired by Practical Joke, obviously going longer is something maybe you're concerned about, but at least what I saw in that stretch run, number 11 at 6-1, number 10 at 4-1 were two that I wanted to keep on my ticket. And then lastly, I'm going to use number 9. This is one of the first-time starters. You're getting Irad Ortiz aboard, and for me, it was really the works. A lot of great works that I saw both at Belmont and at Monmouth, including a June 28th workout at 4 furlongs going 48 seconds. He was first out of 44 on that day, and then on July 6th was second out of 19, running 3 furlongs in 36 seconds. They bring him up to Saratoga for this maiden special weight, sired by Union Rags. I like the 9. So that's where we're going to go with for this week's episode of Doubling Down. We'll put it on the lower third there for you. This is race 6, 7, and 8, the pick 3 for Saturday, July 15th, up at Saratoga. We're going to go 3, 6, 9, singling the 5 in the middle leg, and then going 2, 5, 9, 10, and 11. That'll cost you $15 for $1, and hopefully we can get 3 out of 3 instead of 2 out of 3. Obviously, we'll be relying heavily on that single in the middle leg. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's so important for us. Don't forget to catch us on the Monday night live streams at Assiniboia Downs. Obviously, Matt DeSantis is moving on to bigger and better things, but he has capping the card for you right here for Saturday as well. So you can see where our picks are very similar. You can hear his thoughts on these same 3 races. I'm going on vacation for a little bit, and when I return, I'll be taking over the Monday night Assiniboia Downs live stream. So I hope to hear and see from you all on that. And we will be continuing our great content here as we cover Saratoga, the best meet, in my opinion. And we'll also have you covered at Del Mar. So please do hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, my name is Colin Sheehan. Good luck and have fun, everybody.